What's good, everybody? Yeah, it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. You know, I've been talking a lot about Nick Cannon as of late, and not only just him, Pookie and Ray Ray Future. Now, for those of you who knows about my content, you know that I don't like running backs. I think they're stupid. Not all of them are that dumb, but I mean, in this case, you know, football players are quite dumb in many cases. I think it's too many head hits. I don't really know. Like, you know, there's I mean, there's so many stupid running backs out there. I mean, take your pick. I mean, there's Adrian Peterson. I mean, there's Clinton Portis. I mean, there's Bam Bam Morris. There's so many dumb-ass running backs, but now we have another one. Josh Jacobs. Now, Josh Jacobs is a pretty decent runner for the Las Vegas Raiders. And he runs for touchdowns, and he catches the ball pretty good at the backfield from what I can understand, but he doesn't run to condoms.
Well, let's be nice. Yeah. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
And he runs everywhere but condoms. But, you know, in his short career, which will be short because running backs do have a short one, this guy allegedly has 8 kids with 8 different women with a 9th baby on the way.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to say it again. 8 kids with 8 different women with the 9th baby on the way.
When is it going to end, Robbie?
Now, a lot of times, you know, as black men, we criticize ladies for having all these kids with different women, or women with different baby daddies. I can understand that. We got to call out these baby creators like Nick Cannon and Future, because they're the reason why gunshots! The black community is what it is. Many black men don't even have kids at all. Right? You get these idiots like Future and Josh Jacobs, okay, going on the goddamn no condom tour all through Las Vegas and just shooting up the club all the time. And my question is, why? Okay? Why? Now, I don't know if this story is true. There is some reports that it is true, but he's only 23 years old. He may never get a big time contract, okay? But you if you would spend more time like learning how to block out the backfield, you would be a better running back. But you're doing, you know, you're spending too much time having sex. And this is what happens when you're not prepared as an African American man to deal with money and deal with big booty women and to deal with women that you typically wouldn't deal with at your local college. And this is what I want to get men to understand. It can happen at any age. All right? It's not just 20-something-year-olds that will be this dumb. Some of you guys are going to make a lot of money in crypto and become stupid. Some of you guys are going to get a windfall, somebody dies, and you get rich, you become stupid. Or you just work gradually throughout your life and then you find out that you have reached someplace, then you're gonna be stupid. Okay? Then you're gonna be dumb. It can happen. And what happens? You start doing shit because you can and you have access to, not thinking about consequences down the line. You know, it's just like the idiot who goes to the all-you-can-eat buffet and then he eats so much he gets himself sick. Too much of anything is always bad. And I want to know from black men, where is the discipline? Where is the mentorship? Hey, bro, I know you like to screw and you're 23, and I remember being 23, and just, you know, whenever the wind blows, you're ready to go. I get it. That's testosterone, and you're an athlete and you're lifting weights. I get it. You need to screw, and I understand it. Hey, you got to get you some, okay? Good. I totally get it. Is there a way you can do that without having 95 million kids? You can't do that? You don't want to get married? Fine, I understand. Is there like a doll you can get? I mean, like, it's seriously, if it's that bad, get a doll. Go get you one of those dolls and you would clapping sounds, and then at least nobody will get pregnant. Do something with your life, because why? You're not going to be able to take care of the kids anyway. Those kids are going to end up being poor. Those women are going to be poor. They're looking to be groupies, and so they're not going to have any money. And those kids are going to come up in poverty. Do you know how many athletes kids come up with no money? Like, look at Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose, you know, he was a great basketball player in college, decent in the NBA. All right? But what ended up happening with Jalen Rose? His father, Jimmy Walker, you know, he was a guy that played in the, you know, in the NBA. But what ended up happening was he was never there for Jalen Rose. He wasn't there. The guy was an all-star. The guy could play. His son wasn't in his life. So he produced a 6'8" prodigy that could play, but hey, wasn't in his life. All right? And I want guys to really think about that. When you get an opportunity to be doing something in life, to make a lot of money, to have a lot of influence, it doesn't mean that you take advantage of it. Okay? When you start getting money, you don't just start buying Rolls Royces because you can. You don't just start buying, you know, gold watches because you can. You don't just start buying, you know, Hellcats because you can. Everything is still in moderation. You don't just start screwing chicks because you can. 10 in a week because you can. Yeah, they'll let you do that, but you're not even looking at the consequences of what you're doing. And you always impact somebody with your bad decisions, and that usually is yourself. Because you might not be thinking it's bad now, but it's going to come back to you. And then when you're broke, then when you don't have any money, like Le'Veon Bell, shout out to him, you know, then what? You're going to get washed up, old and old dated, nobody likes you anymore, and then those kids are still having to get that child support. And when you're supposed to, you know, you have a short career as an NFL player. So when you're supposed to go to your next thing in life, you're 35, you're still relatively a young man, you're still broke off child support because you got all that coochie. All right? Or now, instead of having that business that made $500,000 a year, now you're working to try to get $1 million a year because you owe $300,000 a year in child support. All because you just couldn't wrap it up, or you just couldn't say no. Okay? It's not worth it. Stop impacting other people's lives because you want to screw. Because you want to create babies that you don't care how they're going to be taken care of. And those kids are going to be running around in Black America trying to figure it themselves out. Their way out because they won't have a daddy there because the daddy's too stupid to want to actually be there in the house. You impact everybody when you do that, not just yourself. You're impacting yourself. You're impacting the community. Everybody when you do that. If you can't take care of your kids, stop having them. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.